Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to implement shadows with React 3 Fiber. So I have created first a simple project using Vite and choose the React.js framework, but you can use any React framework like Remix, Next.js or whatever you feel like. So let's get started. So first what I have done is that coming to our project, inside my package.json I have installed few dependencies. So I have installed this React 3 Dray, React 3 Fiber, Leva, React 3 Performance and 3, and given that I am using TypeScript, I have also installed this type/3 dependency. Okay, now if you see my entry point, firstly we'll have to import canvas from React 3 Fiber, and the important part is here you have to enable the shadows property which it have. Okay, then I have attached some color as a background, don't really need this. Then I have created a component called experience. So if you see, this is a React component. So firstly these are all the imports in case if you want to copy it. Here I have created two refs. Here is our directional light ref. I have created a reference for our directional light as well because I want to display an helper, just so that you know where exactly this direction light is coming from. You don't really need this for production use cases. So if I show you the output, here you can see this line. I'm not sure if it's clearly visible. There is this yellow panel kind of thing which is telling us how the light is exactly coming from our, so here you can see this yellow part, how our directional light is coming. So this is just for debug purpose. In case you want to play around with this, you can do that. I don't know why this is giving an error, but this looks fine to me. And here I'm just inside use frame, I'm rotating my cube, so you can see that the shadow is also rotating with my cube. Then here I have just attached this performance so that you can keep track on this performance dashboard which we see. Then I have given orbital control so that I can easily move around if I want to. And here is our directional light. Here is, I have also created this ambient light. This is this mesh. Now the mesh for sphere geometry, it should cast a shadow, so make sure you add this. Also for light, also make sure you add this cast shadow thing. Okay, similarly for this cube also cast shadow. And this is our plane which will receive shadow. It won't cast shadow, it will receive the shadow. So yeah, that's it. That's how you can achieve this particular shadows effect in React 3 Fiber. Now there is one more few more things. Second one is called bake shadow. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. So if you see, what I have changed is everything is same. I have just imported this bake shadow, okay, and rest everything remains same. Everyone is casting shadow, this is receiving shadow. If you see the output, this is how the output looks like. Now you can just play around with this particular values. So I'll just comment this out for now for directional light, and okay, I'll just have to, I think, reload. Yeah, here you can see it looks much better, but yeah, if you want, you can play around with this value for bake shadows as well. Okay, next is soft shadows. So I'll just copy that as well and show it to you. Again, if you see the output, more or less the same. I have removed the bake shadow, and here as you can see I'm using soft shadows. I have given it some size and samples as well. Rest everything else remains the same. Okay, and now if I quickly refresh, here you can see these are how soft shadows look like. To be honest, I particularly don't find them I don't find any difference in any one of them, but yeah, keen eyes among you who really know 3D can have a better idea on what exactly we are doing. I have shown you soft shadow. Next is accumulative shadows. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. Okay, again the more or less the same. I have removed the soft shadow part, and here I'm using accumulative shadow. For accumulative shadow, make sure your position is just above your plane, otherwise it will look very weird. So my position of my plane position is like position y is -1.0, right? That's why here I am taking -0.99. so make sure it is very close to your plane. And here I am using this randomized light, so you can just play around with this value. And if you can see, now it looks completely different, but there are shadows as you can see over here. So this is the only difference part. Rest, I think everything more or less remains the same. You can play around with the lights if you want to. And Last is contact shadows, so I'll just copy that as well and show it to you. I'll close everything else. Okay, so if you see for contact shadow, again the same thing, I've just removed that accumulative shadow, but here I'm making use of leva as well. So if you see, we imported this leva controller, so you can play around with the values of our contact shadows. Rest everything else remains the same. Okay, not much difference in the code. We are just passing all for color, opacity and blur. I'm passing this value from leva. I've set some initial value as well, in case if you want to play. Again, this should not be used in production, this is just for debugging, quicker debugging purpose. So if I change the opacity here, you can see the value changes for our shadow. Same with blur as well. Okay, so and for color I can change it to some other color, so red color. Okay, is it not working? I think it is not working, I don't know why. Let me refresh. ff1234. okay, now it is working. So here you can see that this is how you get the output like. So yeah, that's it about shadows in React 3 Fiber. Thank you for watching. Bye.